All right, so long story short, I think I may have made an $850,000 mistake in investing. But the reality is I don't know, because it can really be over $1 million. Here's what happened. We're gonna get right into the video, but I may have done a real estate deal that's gonna put me at a loss. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, so you guys may not know me depending on when you're watching this video. I don't know if the channel has grown or if it's just a couple people watching. Whatever it is, what I decided I'm gonna do is document the progress of a property that I bought in Washington, D.C. In the, what is this, winter of 2022. So around March, and it's still ongoing. So this is really like an update or a live to the start of the whole coverage, because it's ongoing. And the craziest thing is I don't know how it's going to turn out, hence the title of this video. Let's start from the beginning. Let me give you some background. My wife and I have decided we have enjoyed our time here in Austin, Texas, and we want to possibly move to a different city. We looked at a lot of different cities, and based on our experience, based on culture, we decided on DC. You can check out other videos as to my reasoning as to what cities are the best investment cities to get into real estate investing. But DC is a great market, a great real estate market. And she went to grad school there, so has friends, it works out. But it's expensive. And the numbers are kind of weird, because if you know, depends on what city you're in, there's areas that are super high in price, but and then 5 minutes down the road, it's reasonable, or vice versa. So when you're looking at it on Zillow or Redfin, you're just thinking to yourself, wow, this is a great deal, but you don't realize that it's in an area that's been up and coming for the last 5 years, and it's just never come up, right? It's just, oh, you bought their area. And we started looking at properties, and we found this house. This house was listed on the market before, and I seen it, and it has an amazing lot. And I love houses with awesome big lots, because the possibilities are endless and they're not making more land. So I thought to myself, wow, if I could buy that house, that would be amazing. It was on the market for around $850 when I first saw it, but I was in the middle of a refinance. I was doing other investments, so I didn't have the capital to pull the trigger. Can you believe my surprise, my delight, when I saw it come back on the market, when I wasn't doing an investment deal, when I wasn't doing a particular project, and I had available capital to put 20% down on his house. And when it came back on, now the price is $699, but they have some caveats to it. It's $699, and they say, well, it might be a possible gut job. It's really geared towards developers, so we're not accepting offers with contingencies. And they gave people, I think, 2 days before they were accepting offers. So I saw the property on Thursday morning. I called a realtor. Shout out to Redfin. Called my realtor in DC, and I asked him, hey, what do you think of this area? The price is great, whatever. We agreed that it's a good house at that price, $699, because you get 2 lots. But that rehab, well, we don't know what's can be made of it. But if you look at the pictures, you can convince yourself that it's not that bad. All right, like you can maybe just do some paint, some flooring. Well, what's the goal for your house, right? Like, it's just so many questions that I really didn't know. And I just knew I wanted this house and I wanted the lot. Maybe it was a great investment decision at the time at $699,000. Maybe it was just my desire to do bigger projects in more desirable markets. I've been investing in real estate for quite a bit, and every once in a while you just have to get to the next level, and DC was my next level. So we made an offer, and this was the first time I'm buying a property in DC, so the market's a little bit different. There's no option period, all right? So we weren't used to that. Typically in Texas, you have an option period. And if you don't know what that is, I'll make a video about the process here in Texas. But my agent told me, well, he spoke with the agent. They got it scheduled for him to go view the house the same day or the next day. And we're going to need to make a decision that same day. So I had 48 hours from when I saw the house on Redfin and when I had to make an offer. Well, I didn't have necessarily my pre-approval, but I knew, since I've invested in real estate for quite a bit, all that would be sorted out. But I didn't have a local bank, and the seller required a lot of things. They required me to have a local bank that they approved of. They required for us to waive inspection contingency, no survey. I think they needed a 20-day or 16-day turnaround time. I didn't even know I can do it that fast. And they needed $25,000 in non-refundable earnest money. We were, we had our reluctancies because we were just buying the house blind. I saw a video walkthrough, but I didn't know what else really we were missing. Well, everybody that kind of saw the house from the comments that we've seen just online was saying, well, it might need a full gut job. And I was reading how much that size of a house would need in DC, and it was estimates from $200,000 to $300,000 in rehab. But I've done projects before, so I'm thinking to myself, well, it needs sheetrock, it might need some drywall, some paint, whatever, move this, move that. I can't see how this house is gonna need more than $75,000. I just can't. I can't see it. You guys let me know in the comments below if you agree with me. We bought the house, but remember, it was listed for $699,000. In DC, we put an offer in, and they have what's called an escalation clause. That means whatever price you put, you then say you can, whoever is beating you, you're willing to beat them by $10,000 up to a certain amount. And our certain amount was $810,000. And sure enough, even though we put the offer in at $699, and we were hoping that it would only reach to $720, $730, we were really comfortable at $750. It went to $810. And then we had to obviously forego everything that we discussed as far as inspections and appraisals, everything. So our $25,000 was on the line whether we went with the house or we didn't. Ultimately, we closed on the deal at $810,000. Plus the closing costs and all the taxes associated with it. We ended up paying well over $850,000 on this project. But that was okay to me because I'm thinking to myself, well, let me see if I can bring that $75,000 project down to $50,000 if I do some of the work myself. Or, then that way I'm at least under $900,000, which is reasonable for the area, I think. And I'm pretty sure of it. Then I visited the house. There's a video walkthrough of the entire house, link below, or we're gonna link it in the video up here somewhere, so you can see the entire video walkthrough. My first time walking through the house after having received the keys. I did a brief walkthrough and then I came back with the camera to show you guys. In doing that, I then started trying to contact contractors and get to work. Well, what we found is getting contractors in DC is a mission. I've spoke with 4 people and 3 of them were supposed to come out, just they didn't. And one guy that did come out, automatically, every time we were talking, the price kept going up after every question. Oh, are you guys gonna live or you plan on selling it? Well, we plan on living. Oh, okay. Well, this is gonna, wow, you need new electrical. So that price of 250 started coming back up, $200,000 even, what some people were quoting me, especially once we realized that there's termite damage and the floor joist on some of the additions were they were damaged. I'll link as many photos as I can. So it started revealing itself that we were gonna have to tear this thing down to the studs. And that's where we're at. I got an engineer, got a contractor that's just saying the project is almost so large that he doesn't feel comfortable giving me an entire price for the project, that we're gonna have to phase it out, and how much he can do for the demo, once the demo's out, how much the sheetrock and so forth. But we're still in the process of getting engineer drawing. And now this project is looking very well like it's gonna cost $1 million overall. And I don't know if this neighborhood supports $1 million house. Even so, after I put the $200,000 in, if I can get that type of, I don't know if I can finance that, what options that I have. Well, I know that I can finance it, but do I know that I want to for this property? On a book level, on an investment level, I know what I can do, but what is the smart investment move? Now that I'm $850,000 committed, and then we spent some money just on going up there on a trip and getting some just basic stuff, cleaning it out, a couple $1,000s already. How much more money do I want to put into this house? And what's the exit strategy? That's what I want you guys to follow along with. I still don't have all those answers, but throughout the next few weeks, I'm going to be going over this saga, this journey. You guys are more than welcome to come along. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to even put some design options, if my wife allows, for you guys to let us know your feedback before they get installed. So it'll be a growing, living conversation with everybody on the internet who wants to join. Guys, that's it for me. Find me at Ask Domnat everywhere you have an internet connection, and let me know your comments and thoughts below. Ciao.